Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday, April 11th, 2022. Right now it's about 3 in the afternoon, so this video is not going up on time, but I had running around I had to do today. So if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I'm going to come out of the wind, so I'm going to stand over here. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, we had some visitors up here at the homestead today, and I got some pictures of them from inside the camper. So definitely go check out my Instagram, Prepper Nurse 1 at Instagram. I actually put it on my normal Facebook page, and then I also threw a picture up on Twitter as well. So before we get into this video, I just want to remind everybody I will be live streaming tonight for Hardcore Preppers only, and that will be happening at 8 p.m. So if you would like to join us in that, you need to go to my website or YouTube page, hit the join button. It will show you in 3 different levels of membership. If you become a hardcore prepper, you will be able to join us for the live stream tonight. So if you would like to, that is available. All right, just putting that out there. There will be a second video that I put up as well after this one. But all right, so let's get into this topic. We need to be paying attention. That's the title of this video. You need to be paying attention. What do we need to be paying attention to? There's a lot of distractions going on right now, obviously, with everything that is happening over with the Ukraine and Russia and all that talk and all the troop movement and everything that's going on like that. What we need to be paying attention to is what is happening here at home. What are they doing here at home? What laws are they trying to sneak through and pass while we're not paying attention? Those are things that we really need to be focusing on. And there's a lot of very sneaky legislation going on. Obviously I am down in West Virginia, and this is going to be my new home down here, and so which I'm unbelievably delighted and grateful for. First of all, let me say that. But in New York, they're trying to pass laws that you can no longer have a gas or propane stove. So think about that, all right? Now you would be completely reliant on electric. And what happens when the power goes out? The new buildings that they're building in New York City are not able to have gas lines to them anymore. They have to be all electric. Our electrical grid is antiquated. I have talked about this before, and it is definitely antiquated, so it's not something that is super reliable. And so if it is the middle of winter and the power goes out, you're going to have a lot better chance of freezing to death than you would before, because now you can't even turn on your propane stove. And because the propane lines would still be there, you'd still be able to get the propane even if the power was out, but not the way that they're getting things set up. So there's laws being passed that are not for your benefit. They are for the benefit of big business. We have to remember, folks, I want you to really think about this. Pay attention to what laws are available. I want you to think about the whole tiny house movement, right? So we have the whole tiny house movement that's been going on for a while now, and there's a lot of people involved in that and doing that. All of a sudden, all these towns and different municipalities in different states are trying to outlaw or make it illegal that you cannot live in a tiny house. So like if you buy a plot of land, that you would not be able to live in a tiny house. Why do you think that they're doing that? They're doing that because they can't tax you as much if you have a small footprint. If you have a small home, they're not going to make as much revenue. So they're passing laws that your house has to be at least so many square feet. That's insanity. I mean, that's insanity. Who are they to tell us how we should live our lives? Because you're trying to make your footprint less, because you're trying to be freer to try to keep your expenses down. When you have a big house, it costs more money to heat it, to keep it cool in the summer, And who benefits from that? Again, big business. every all these laws that are being passed and put in legislation and all those type of things, you always have to look and see who is it going to benefit. And I can tell you right now, folks, it's not going to be you. It's going to be a power company. It's going to be a utility company, the insurance companies, the tax revenue for that town, all those things. They want every nickel that they can possibly get, and that's what they're doing. So, yeah. So just those are things that you really need to take into consideration. There's a lot of legislation going on. They're trying to pass more and more things. More restrictive gun control laws are also on the table. Of course, that's always something that is going on. And they try to justify everything that they say with pretty words, but it's all BS. And that's just strictly my opinion. My opinion only. So it's about control at the end of the day. Everything that is being passed, all these bills, all these things that they're doing, it's just like the situation down in a state like Florida. And I know people will say, well, I have an off-grid system or whatever the case may be. But there's certain parts of Florida that you are definitely not going to have an off-grid system because it is illegal. And the reason that they're doing that is because that is a great way to be independent, is having your own power system. I want you to think about, there was a lady, and I can't remember, I think she was in Florida, and so she disconnected from the grid. All right, so I want you to think about this. So she was using rain barrels to collect water, and using that water not being on the town water. She was also had her own solar system, so she had disconnected from the grid that way as well, so she had her own power source. And because she was not on the water, and because she was not on the power, they condemned her home. So now she had to leave, right? It's a game to be used to keep you under control. The more things that they can control about you and what you do and how you spend your money, that's just more they can keep you under their thumb. So again, if you can, and I would encourage you to look at the laws in your area, your county, what part of the country that you are in, of what you can and cannot do in those municipalities. So I'm not telling you to do something illegal. That's not what I'm saying. But there's always ways around everything. So if you have to be tied to the grid, so you have a shed tied to the grid and have a light bulb in there, and there you are. They're not going to be able to pull a whole bunch of stuff off of you, and then maybe have the rest of your house on your off-grid solar system. And so they can't say you're not connected to the grid because you are. It's just your bill's not going to be very high. They may not like it. They may investigate that and be like, well, what's going on? And you just say, well, we try to supplement our power, or whatever the case may be. But something like that, there's ways around everything. Absolutely ways around everything. You can still collect rainwater, utilize that instead of using the tap water, and all those type of things. So those are things, just... There's always loopholes, if you will, when it comes to trying to figure out what to do and what not to do. But my advice to anybody, if you're in an area where they're very, very restrictive, very, very controlling. So I will tell you a quick story. I lived in Greece, New York, which is right outside the city of Rochester, New York. And the town of Greece had all kinds of very restrictive laws and bylaws. Like I couldn't put up a wind turbine if I wanted to, because there was an ordinance for that wouldn't allow you to do that. If I was going to put up solar panels, they would want you to be grid tied. So there was just if you built a shed in your backyard, you better get that permit for that shed first, because if you didn't get the permit, one of your neighbors are going to turn you in to see if you got the permit or not, or those type of situations. So these things are things that happen all the time. And so again, the farther out that you can be, the less restrictive the laws are going to be, and it puts you in a better position to be able to make decisions on what you want to do, what you can do, and those type of things. So something to think about. Just wanted to share that information, and but try to be as free as you can be. Because as we know, and I'm sure some of you are seeing the ramifications of it over the course of this winter, and now with the electric bills as we're going to be heading into warmer weather, the prices are going up, up, and up. Your electric bill is not going to go lower. I mean, when people tell me, well, I only pay $40 a month for an electric bill, I don't believe that. I don't believe it, because it keeps going higher and higher and higher all the time. Especially if you're trying to run air conditioner, you're not paying $40 a month for electric. That's not even feasible. So things are getting more expensive. It's getting more difficult for people, but they want to keep you under that thumb. They want to keep you under control. So if you can change your situation, I would highly encourage you to do so. All right, guys. So anyway, real quick, I want to talk about my website, PrepperNurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community there, which is a resource that we have set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. It is free to join, does not cost anything, but it is you do have to register, but no credit card information is asked, okay? Once you're in, read the message boards, look for people in your area, and it will be better for you. So also, on my website, we have the Four Fathers, which is the CBD and hemp store. Definitely take advantage of that as well. And that is, if you see their logo on my website, PrepperNurse1.com, you click on that, it will take you to their website. A little windy today. Look at the trees. Once you're on their website, if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, you can save 15% by using the discount code PrepperNurse1. Last but not least, on my website, we have the Legacy freeze-dried food. If you go to my website, PrepperNurse1.com, click on store, it will drop down, you will see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. It is GMO-free. Gluten options are available for people that need that. It is also vegetarian, but beef and chicken options are available that you can purchase separately. It is the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies, so definitely take advantage of that as well. Also, let me see. It's a good thing to have in your long-term food storage. It diversifies things, and I think that that's important to have that type of thing. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off here for now. There will be another video later. Again, I will be live streaming tonight for hardcore preppers only. Remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important to tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Also remember that we are one race called the human race. Do not let other people, manipulate you. These are games that are used to keep us divided. They use race, religion, political affiliation, the vaxxed, the unvaxxed. All these things are done to keep us divided. Don't let them do it. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.